Kokojo Mauli Dramani Honum. John Dramamine, I mentioned a video in here
with audits. And so I assured him that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come and dismantle those taxes immediately, but we will rationalize them. We will make sure that we get revenue from other places. Of taxation like the MPP did in the past. We are, however, implacably opposed to distortionary and burdensome taxes like the e-levy that only force Ghanaians to endure more suffering. A new National Democratic Congress government, God willing, and with the votes of the sovereign people of Ghana in 2025.
Niatiana say video me nui. Baku ya wahai etresa oba, there will be nothing like e-levy. Na ewa. Mina metwa sutiawa. Na mbo na me kaya dofo kwa ofa so okasae. We baby baako kwa no aka na bibiri o ne oka ne twi ye ba e-levy ne yebetwam ye be ye firi ho. Ghana fo ni se ye omo de be etese ne ba umi aka ne pepepe. Ghana for ahokyere ne dozo eni say yes and tax go go so because e be mia omo eni say oba ya no mo de tax be gu yen so me na waka say taxes bibiri baby a eji omo wan si de adwadi for dalet omo eji omo dalet tax no mpacho ehwiriko 2 Ghana cedi enti 1 cedi no mpacho yasen atum na utie papa yo gina ha ne nanum asem okan ampese mo mubu aten obi a oba obi ye free on ha no tie na menko Uniswo and Sanama
with audits. And so I assured him that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come and dismantle those taxes immediately, but we will rationalize them. We will make sure that we get revenue from other places.
Yes.
One say, last fire make it a state challenge be or say, I was say a debate. Now, your freedom fighters can say NDC, MPP, they are the same now. NDC for no can say they are not the same no. They should come and debate us and tell us the difference between them and the NPP. Mahama is a politician. Wababe president da, why vice da. He knows everything that goes on into passing a bill in and out. He knows when they make decisions. He knows what happens. He knows the things that they do. So when did he know? Say, 11 no, yeah, the akwakosi awawa ama enunti no. Kama all ye campaign now all can say, ye buy ye betray ye love ye betray mu bet ye betray mu where ye betray mu no. Didn't he already know, say, this is the situation with those things? Answer your ban back, I want to Ghana for 2 man. No, afe oni ya dream baby diago, afe chi no kind no crown, the UFI or Cambrofo, because on him say, and call for no budget. So even the people sitting there clapping, they don't know the meaning of rationalization, and they don't know why they are even there as people in politics, because Nipana can say about Obetrebu. It means say he knew what it was. Once me can say Obetrebu, you might win ne in and out before you said say Obetrebu. Into a ban saying na ye de power ne ma wo was someone say no, it was say a definite no. Na MPP for Eddie Akwakosi Awawa. You knew this from day one. And so we want NDC people to come and tell us why they and MPP are not the same. Because MPP for Bayano, they came and told us lies, the same things that they told us. Power no. So we need them to come and tell us why they are not different from the NDC. And Ghana for ye can't. Mon tree no ko si bone na mo didi ya dem ye pese mo bie mo adwen mo na mo ma adwen ni ye adwuma. You cannot always go NDC MPP. These people are not there for us. How can you come and say Ghana for bre ya sisa taxes e go so, and you know the taxes, you knew the in and out of the taxes? Ubaya ube excuse. How dare you?
Okay. Yanko, the only talking point, my zero.
Oyine,
Miss Rebisa, yeah, ye ni Ghana, ye ni with their parliament, a consistency of it, maybe Sawafa. Me pacho parliament, say, ebia MPP for say, na MPP for parliament, na NDC for be wo honoma na say, na MPP for penny go.
The 8th parliament Menoka said the current one here, the 9th parliament. The 8th parliament was almost a hanging parliament. It was 136 or 138, 138 MPs, MPP 138, NDC 138, and then one independent candidate. So the independent candidate that was Formina MP, he decided to do business or to join the MPP. So the MPP was 138, and then the NDC was 137. So it was almost a hanging parliament. And definitely NDC and MPP were at the parliament.
Yo, me da say the entia me bisa no Ghana for koka asem a na ebisa o say wo evidence we hu enti time na MPP was so na omo be pass 11 no na NDC for wo parliament, so they know what the E-levy stands for, they know what it entails, they know the rationale around it, and sana omo pass it. And I ba say ye ba beto aba no omo be kan say oh taxes gu nkrofo so omo bre enti ye NDC for de ye ba ye betwem enti adenti na afa de ya dane ne say e wo say ye defe ne ye. This is why I can say Ghana ni adia na kasa mahama na o kasa no ye the campaign no so di ntro kakra na waka no kware kakra because onim say Ghana ni no na dwinsa and na our short memory. Nipa we be gina ho ye campaign all pay to me no on the mo yaw any mo ahohia hia e beto ne ho say any mo hia hia mo di yaw because ye all these taxes atomo so etime ba meyi e na mo to abama no oba ye no oka bibi fufuro, and Ghanaians are still sitting there. It's consider Ben. How when are we going to learn? Say these politicians, they are tricks. There are so many of them, and they trick Ghanaians. It's about time. Say wafakano in the beginning, or say who Ghana in there was so too. Now we dream who say who na we with safety, who na we ubibia. Se nipa ne begina ho na obedi ntro na obeka kira wo say wo hia or de wo ho hia ebe ye ne politics a e wo say wo sorry na wo kasetia. So where are the people who are condemning the mahama kai because o can say obetwem ene ye di aba ne share ne nsa enti ene no aba defe ya dwen say I will say yeah who bibi because when you have to abada manage. So this is the time I will say Ghana now we taking the law into your hands, not like being radical, but politician, you have to hold them accountable because these two people were in parliament. Mahama, wa baby president that senior units kind only mo dear who could get Bosnia only mo the Myanmar attach it to it and sana over the Jina waka say obetwem na the months on him na or can be before or him.
Okay. Na na me pese me mama so te say ma mo remfi say parliament ho no time na pese o magi 11 ni tum no na emu akoye de ama o still na numbers no so NDC for nipa bi na kokoso so bo ama o motumegi tum. And when you talk, these NDC fools will come and do Jimmy because on ne papa kaya you an waso afri tete ebesi ene still na wada so sheka ya boot enti no ono no nusu hwe ye ka nipa na omuso didim me yasase ye kokohia ba bi sesi a omuso monkan nipa dodo se na ha ye kan ofaya ne akan David ne akan Eunice ne akan Sidua omuso ye ho ahwan dankwanto anso kan ho ye nyansa bia ni ti on de what is 24-hour economy eyejo mahama na oni hwe ka ho enti no ma remfi over ne ho no chairman
Mami play bibi wa hase na eno mo ye clearer than what you play.
COVID levy, COVID career levy, no. Yeba, yebechum. 10% bed tax, no. Yeba, yebechum. Moments later. So I assured them that when we come, we'll rush. One levy, yeba, yebechum.
Of our bet me afa send me here.
COVID career levy, no. Yeba, yebechum.
Onye me de sando.
Fafa baby I odefa na mami.
And that hono.
Yeah, honestly speaking, ye dwumadi a yedi ene ye criticism a ye no ye de amanyofo na kasa no mu asem na ye de be criticize wo mo ye mbo yiti en kan asem to amanyoni bi aso da because me of ya be ubo tirim twa ntro to me so be me ya pa na me bo hene me dia sendo chakwe saba.
Okay. I'm say gusoba. Nti meba mama Eunice emfa kakran so. Eunice,
No,
now we speak kakra.
mame come asem so straight.
Okay, good.
Omampani John Dramamine mahama honestly speaking me nyan criticize no. I decided from my point no, I decided some man some period kakra. Afei na all setting the government. Afei na all appointed ministers. Afei na all appointed all various appointments. It's in
From
from
some man and Crawford no beje pay no money.
Oboba ekraminya so many aboso me bet all the same na afei na all appointment for. It's my decided say mama no break akran sana ma hyase a no dia yim e wo krom ase.
Sin Crawford no beje pay no money.
Obeje
After ya adwuma krache.
Nemo the tie ne say ohene Linstep bia during campaign okeka ye any onya tumi we de okeka no ebinom de na react to it na ma kirikiri bim anase ma dwudwa binom but se muga mu se de na me ne akufo ado de muga mu aye mu okroma se no mahama binya starting kra afi na me lazy me boot they said you also setting the government no afi na me lazy me boot but one thing is that about this particular issue of taxes and any adena what he stated during campaign is different from
COVID levy, e-levy, yebetchum. COVID levy, COVID yare levy, no, yeba, yebetchum. 10% bed tax, no, yeba, yebetchum.
A few moments later.
So I assured him that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes.
This man! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Rationalize the taxes.
Let's hope say Ebia Gebetcham no is a long way into Ebia along the line or setting the government we are the parliament you know for that parliament among Betcham. So just our party these two parties I be catch them say and some of them catch them when they want power no it's different from what they do when they come to power. Okay, the NPP administration I say what NPP was in opposition. Na NPP person about power, na NDC what power 2014, 15, 16. NPP catch and say, Omunya 2 minutes or more bedi oman we so they will move Ghana from taxation to production. This is the before catch you. When we get the power, when we get the nod, we will move Ghana from taxation to production, which is an excellent campaign message, which is an excellent message. A reasonable person will want Ghana to go to that level. Ghana, we have to move from taxation to production. When we talk of production, whereby we start setting up the industrial plant, we start producing a lot in the country, so we sell some to other countries and generate money or income or revenue from that aspect. And once we set up this plant industrialization, people will get more work to do, and then you can take taxes from these people, though they will pay the tax, but they won't feel it. But when them people got the chance, they rather, progress us from taxation to a fair robbery. Almost free taxation, rather do robbery. Almost free taxation, rather do robbery. Robbery, they say, at the end of the day, also of the betting tax. Mumu, me sendisika, e-levy, me sendisika, come on, my brother. When we come to power, we will protect the public purse. I shall protect the public purse. If we are saying a public person, I could see that the party. They will public person. I'm a young Bosia and your mind, Ghana, and Yabosia, my Yatisika, so come there. If we are saying before Ghana loan from 120 billion to 700 and something billion, as I'm speaking with you now. When they are in opposition and they want power, they speak a different language or different tongue. And when they get power, they speak different tongue. Meaning, se mecha mo ne bro for the rationalization dia manko square no chiri sa ya wo bo UK. The prof need to rationalize and
rationalization means you bet to us with a reason.
okay. And America can say these people know everything. They know the reality from opposition, but it is campaign message that you have to tell Ghanaians something. Or abai bia ni obeti mabedi ade okroma say assistance now I'm speaking with you on the tax and now on tax and ebe na dwuma da. Ana omo bia so ni wa obeti mabedi power okroma say ya onko IMF and World Bank and say enko pebosianye. The reason is Ghana nyanto to yenduru baby or nakasa beti mabo ne wakoma yenduru ho. You see, I mean, because you could do Burkina, Ibrahim Traore has started setting the foundation very soon. No, local debt there, what you're in our local debt, what you're in if you want to say, or be working on their international debt. Was starting setting up the foundation, they will start producing more and will be selling. The raw tomatoes now Burkina for the bread Ghana for no. Say raw tomatoes no, a in a very expensive way because almost setting the factory or more processors or more manufacture tomato paste in Yadi. It's all the Baba Ghana. Oba brought the manufactured tomato paste no what because when you want to manufacture bibia tiabaya bro no what so my name pempenso a obeye niama enya bia to ama manfo na sika ba ne man ni mu a ebema ne economy na tumi agina na so man ni sika nyina agina se menwura wule o man mani botom na menko abonten kwaje bosia de a ene Ghana mema politician na political party bia ndada wo se oba onye tax on for tax bi ma omboa. That is the reality. NPP wo position yi so catch in the next election, not the bear campaign, not the tax bear campaign. Catch the say we are contempo for. Me no can say, and I know your finance minister, your man penny appointed to force or say it is possible this administration could go to IMF. Yes, we are committed to work with the IMF. Yes, they will work with the IMF because or no any car. And I say on yan to ya or no can generate enough money or they want bra. Only option be say obekwa abonten akoye la sulala akope mwa akope sika. Samiti ochire na say meti o campaign message. Na so mo ye buy a better tax room, you buy a better tax room. Na me bisa me say you tax taxes ni mu a. E fa na obenye ka na odi abu o man no. You see NDC about power. Ghanaians are expecting a lot from NDC because when they were in opposition, they said a lot. And you need money to do these promises. Where are you going to take the money? What
So Mimi David Ameti, Mimi Busa, me himself was winning Busa say, I could find the Bobo Siando, and I'm here your dear, and I'm seeable menana, wo back for Busiabo, and I dare be. Okay, obedient to me, and me, and I answer Simbia Mammy Internet Isunka. O back up Busiabo, Quamben about first or genetica. I am a four, and we will not go to IMF today. We will not go to IMF tomorrow. We will not go to IMF for
that was
NPO. And I'm
yeah.
on the bay. Some our Ghana home. Almost and a IMF na no makui. And I'm saying you won't so. We buy we back and I won't go. And I'll be carefree. But just one.
What we are talking about?
Say IMF no fine. Yes, Moko Chio Mambo or Kwajaka. Abeka.
Oh yes.
Now what happened to the loot and share? I would recover all loot. I thought said no
say ye benye sika wa hen no operation loot and one or they say recover all loot no will bring some money aye de be your mind but your mobile is your moji go mboto me no ka say say we nya NPP abreso NDC abreso ya kwache nkrophobia school feeding program no ane no na omode akogu card akogu mu dem na taxi airtwen che man go for ye ton an ye di twa ye no
see
Operation recover
NDC back amunti offer to us
Operation recover all loot see Canada mama hwe animu sisi ya because to be catch say Operation recover all loot to make the sika be free me within this first year and I say within this 1 year 2 years it is a lie nipa bia empo mo be so no mu with all evidence ebeji adanse say wa wie sika bo pesa mo jekura no ono emra no man kwan say mo nkọ court no so fa lawyer na mo ntwe sa atam no ho dawre what you know, but Emran say, and as Emran say, I was able to medical court, not court to go bua. The court to bua.
We aqua with your friends and Nenanim Precasiano, no his cassie. Yen ni case, Kurano. Yes,
Yet to go and say why you misika MPP administration the campaign say about power you bet you why you misika na magana. You say why you mean and nam the baby. Eti oyini the me na me pese omo ye say you guys should be truthful and realistic to the Ghanaians. Mo kind of pressure Ghana for no. But oyini in politics no, o kind of pressure Ghana ni na on to abanima. On pa no kure no. Twantro mana de fede fesem asa wo kopɛ Ghana ni abaya. O kind of pressure say me ni kapra, o be ka tsepa kwa zasem ko. Eti the ka chere say me wo fadea akoso mo da me wo fadea. Say me say me ka tira abena me sa na me dey abena na ya fine. Me ka say akoso mo da asase na nyira ye papa dia. Omo ye na mbu fa me na mapa omo nsuo na ma de massage. Eti sa na omo so ahu ye na omo de defe e de nam ye ho saa. But the reality is, yeah, my Ghana see obi no betima ba power. Obeka say one, me nko nkoje bosia, me nko IMF. Me so me fa tax ngo so, metima bu man no. It is a lie. Omo nyina obi okata kire wa oboa. Me say obi okata kire obi aboa.
Ofa me ka metumi aye.
Me say ye nkrofo ya me no kan kokoba ne dede bai, omo kasa omo.
Okay. Because see am no, nyansem no. Nkofo omo ye bone no. Di omo sika no mbetumi nya bi akekere oman no. Etoso bi corruption ketase hye sika nko a. Etumi magana ye bon krofo kra abosia. Ketase hye. Ye de ye ni kirem e wo port. Sika enwunu fa ketase nko a no. Ebetumi aye school feeding program.
Aw.
Na fe wudi nyansam ya do nuane mo, ya nkra nuane mfra mo no ne.
On say ohene ebia na make say aye bia afojana waye ni nyina. Enti yentimi nka say yentimi nye. Ena na wo fire ken e wo see ye building factories ye wa asase tomatoes ayi Burkina for the ye pesi ye dua tomatoes ama tomatoes e pro ekutuo ye de ye juice ye dua ekutuo enti si ye insisi factories aye biafo wo ye gari factory we dua banche enti again we can do it, they can do it if they want to do it. But they won't do it because they want them to be the only one with the money. Because onono owosikana obeye campaign obeto emo cup baku esichire 2 teaspoons no amount milk half a cup no ultimato sadie ne mawa obeto abama no enti onya ade ama wa ohubeto se ne be ya wo betimi ato mukotokuo baako ama wo enti Ghana ni da bia ye ka se Ghana ni ma wo adwen enye adwuma na ma weni nda ho. These politicians can do 10 times what Ghanaians want to be done for them. They can do it, but they won't do it because wo be kwa akwaje emo cup half, wo be kwa akwaje teaspoon of oil because won pese wo no ho beto na wetimi ato a gallon of oil na wetimi ato a bag of rice for your own self ohene.
So going forward, you know, what I can the American say about tax and say somewhere when they come to power, the reality. The NDT administration cannot tell us say they don't know say e-levy and COVID levy and other levies, you know, are all in the agreement or are all clauses in the IMF deal. They are not aware. They are aware. They are all at the parliament. Yes. Parliament. And before say Ghana IMF, before say MPP administration IMF, no, the reason why we are going to IMF and what we need, the amount we need from IMF and what we are our principal and I say you collateral this year IMF they know, and some of these taxes, COVID levy, e-levy, betting tax, and these some of these taxes, I know they are collateral. And I say, "Our wasika, they could see our wow, they could get supporting IMF. It is not any. It is not taxi. I'm a taxi near Dumamami, but taxi near Dumamia, taxi near the 20 Ghana cedis, daily sales 20 cedis never. But me pay 100,000 Ghana cedis every year. And you remember, and I'm back at you also. Me taxi daily sales, you know. The person me de bro, they be omo de be bro, be me pay 100,000 a boom. Eti me be just sika boom, but me de me taxi sales no ever be sia wa. Eti this COVID levy and e-levy on other levies, you know, they are all in IMF deal. Said they know penny can, but they can never tell us. Say they don't know. They know, but only more that and timi temua. One to about man. And there was open and good no catch us. Oh, maybe okay, let's hope so. Maybe the contract with the IMF has its date. Maybe a date in Wua, then they can cancel it. Let's hope.
Then they should let us know. And this all catch. You see, be transparent with the Ghanaian. And the Ghanaian is not calling for accountability and transparency. And they will always he knows everything. So if
the
he wants to
way, Eunice, the same way, yes, sorry, say, yeah, Kasama Ghana for a bit more better shame, say, more Kasama Ghana for. So at the end of the day, no more Kasama. That is the same thing as politicians in here. So why are we not different? I don't think we don't do it from our hearts. Now you're different from all these lies. Why don't you be open? Say yes and yes. And no doesn't make you credible. At the end of the day, no, with selfishness will cause somebody to be to die. Your selfishness will cause a little girl to drink bad water. So if we are out there trying to do something for the Ghanaian, we should be transparent and do it right to the core.
And so you have to also.
Well.
And brother back a friend with Floss, Quado Ahimfo. Also, please, the person said 120 days, so let's wait and see. And let's give the president the benefit of the doubt. Or say first 120 days social contract with the Ghanaians. Let's give him the benefit.
120 be our 120
now 120 days, what has he been transparent about? You see, that's the thing. We need to ask questions. 120 days, Mayor Way,
now Eunice, 130 days, I can with 360 days, to me find now we 120 days, if you want, I can over to me a DD. 120 days, I can want me find but who you feel more over to me the ABB.
I say
John Mahama, I come from day one. Chrono, a back chronoma, or your champion. Akwa when you different from Obi anti me ya ba. Me de hwe na mba betena se ma ye kama ni party. Me John Mahama me nyini ni. Ontumi nya hwe ma Ghanafo. Me ka kire mo ne ba wo ba yi me waso ate ne ba Sharaf na no te se da abodabo ni nti no ba yi oba sa ne ma ni nti obepe ba bi di ne ma na si no kra me kan no enya tak na me tan John Mahama ye nya nkwala sebi mperiasa me te me nya akwala nim ye me kan so John Mahama came specifically for ne ma no Ekufu adro so aba be kira akwa ne se wo ba ye no wa anya hwe na se wo de wani wo John Mahama wani sika me be wi sika mo se se wunya Ghanafo a wi sika no buy no babet na say na po wa wi ama John Mahama to no obo ne san say nti ebetimi awisika ma Ghanafo akoma to atum sei na me dem babet na so e kakre na me mama trisi bu achi me kakre bi ni ade o da bi enti me Mahama ba wa bai no me say wa ba for ne ma obe pepe bi di ne ma na si omo exposure no ne papa e try so obe ma na ye politician or answer no papa bi fira ban mu no or try ye bibi ma no nti wo be ko ene wantumi ama o mai sa opportunity no nti nka wo ye ti ne ma ye we oba no se menya akonya we ya nti da eto aban ma ne wie ne ma ne demika be fi na no se pa afa wutie ne nsema wo keken ya nyame na meka ilevi ye ba ye bitwe no gina yakasa no ye ba ye betwem obi ntibia tie biansa na wa meka se ma ye yi ma me mie ma mo
places
owen kasa
minutes with audits.
owen
And so I assured them that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF.
So it's the same with the cathedral in the group.
But we will rationalize them. We will make sure that we get revenue from other places.
you know what tie
They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come in.
E-levy, yebechum. COVID levy. COVID, real levy, no. Yebechum. 10% bed tax, no. Yebechum.
ochama kwen nti onye a few moments
One
later
can say,
Sure that when we come,
120.
we'll rationalize the taxes.
Oh my God.
nti ona wo no nti owen oba betena so ye na meka na Ghanafo na adwene susua adwene nkete sa akoko clitoris no ye de agro ni bibi ato nchen a me meka kire say John Mahama ba wa bayi no oni ade pa bi ama Ghanafo bosia no mekan se John Mahama ba wo ye nyansani nko ana to wona odwena nipa na bedi akonya ekufo ado bosia bebrebe a wabɔ no wɔte hɔ no mo ka wasɛm sɛ dɔso no do na IMF ya de ntia wakɔ hɔ ɛne mu question bebree but ubusa ne sɛ wo ba no wobɛkɔ hɔ no ma na wo so nkɔ hɔ obi amusa saa question no yɛba bia na yɛ ne ne yɛbusa sɛ John Mahama ebe obekɔ IMF anaasɛ ɔnkɔ hɔ ɔba ɔbɛbɔ bosia ana kwan bɛ na ɔbɛfa so abu ɔman no sisi a ɔba yi mɛkye wɔ mo me ba m yɛbɛkye hwan no na de ɔman nam hɔ no yɛto aba wie na ɔmo sa sisi a me no ka sɛ I am expecting John Mahama say sisi a yabe no ade a na hwɛ ha Ghana fo no mo kasa ho kɛse no baako ne sɛ yaba aban mu wo president a wotu sisi ye bibi na ka enyi uni kɛkɛ ye bibi say okay me hye saa mena we say aban bi beta akonnwa na ofiri akonnwa no so a esi etumi prosecute na say ye hwehwe ne nsɛm sɛ obu ɔman ne ye ana omu ɔman ne ye emra no da so konkon sɛ wo president wo tena so wo ye den kra wo kwa ye ntumi enche wo ne ya prosecute enti saa mena we nyina da so ɔman mu abade ye duru ne ye wiase ba bia ne hɔ no ma sɛ wotumpo as I'm talking to you right now Pakistan for one former prime minister at them 14 years because we disika Bank of China chairman me no ka say for life ye de natum edoso wo mu bebre mo krom ho no ma asidua me no ka say America Donald Trump say no ko senya no ko wako book of criminal criminal book mi sisi say why deben ya mfa ne ntum de but ya twera me no say wo why ya de mra da ho ye nya wo ye be so ye be twetwem ye be hwe nsemu ye be hu ye be enti John Mahama wa be ya ka kyerɛw me ba be si we me ba be ye we say ye be to ahwan so ye be de ni ade no ho hia John sisa ye mra ma yen change system no me hwe ade ye pese ye hu se nneema bi asese wo Ghana police ni nyina kwan so nyina driver ni nkwa kyerɛ ho enkonkonkoje ne nsem sika se wa ye bɔ ne ntima ki sika kan akɔ nneema bi ebesi wo Ghana bia no monto mra kwasi buru nya ye ne kuruma ne kura ye timi no ye nyina ye nim se to mra ye nyi sika no ye fancy esi oman no wrong parking traffic rules wo break ye wa boro yire wa kumo ba wa ye sei hwan ye gimu nsem sika sa COVID-19 bayi na police for nam krum onos mask when we be 60 euros hwem ni age se sika COVID-19 ni kwa sika de bele nkrofo no won mo to COVID ho mra keke won to mra no ye gina train stations ahodo na ye ticket man nkrofo sa ye ticket sa ye hye wa mono mo a won nose mask obi a ye say social distance won nose mask come on je sa sika de baye mo ti o man mu sika we se bi pie Ghana se on bedi ne kwa $430 million here Bank of World Bank the big Ghana for where is it 400
DJ wa airport in Krawan
sika ejije na airport ni ade enti waba John Mahama ne penso Professor Ivan Satamels port osun say corruption amoye na hani senti amonyi na moba mfie mienu no bi o mansions cars ni ade adwuma we na ayekeka ye check anya de say to aso checks and balances be na be ko so ho se obi patu ye ya nkwala ne na mabontere uko kumase Breman UGC nkwala nketenkete na omo de Toyota Camry bi ni ade mu na omo yi omo chi open top say ye anatu ye no mo gya obe ade chi a ye osika bibia betumi atobi obi ahwehwe omo asem twisibu ache be brage me wo we na me tis logon mato is logon dan na ya hwehwe ne nsem akwa koduru sen wo ye de nya sika wo ye de ye de wo kabi na dem ye be che ye be busa sika kase bi abeto bank account system ho a check o say de na sika we ba efri hwehwem ne ehu apa yaje abe aban ne dia excavator ye pese ye sigara mse anokwa okay yaje come on nyina nkogu ministries mo am nkwala ya omo ye adwuma te se basto boys ye pe excavator dia teteti gata mo fa mo come on mo release me mo fa nko ye adwuma papa ke so man ne koso tin kase adwene ni ye adwuma wase ya pe nothing adwene ni ho
yeah two party Ukoka yesi
mo ha mo me catch them we page so John Mahama be free Ghana kunya so no na e ka Ghana de mo yembe hye mo isi amena o ka say or try say or say obekọ he entity ne papa we ka kire no or say remain true to your words and don't run away mamenko ye comment in free one tentem remain true to your words and don't run away from the LGBT plus bill in team forjo to President Mahama. Ye beba ho eno ne ye beba so. Obia nim sa akwa we wa ha ase dane na no. Wa ha ase dane na no. O ma ne deka.
Sisi amno kanyina.
Ni say we ye no credit there a senior US senator James Risch has objected to IMF bailout for Ghana.
Oh, I mean, Crawford bebre kasa o efa ho nso emba abonten. Me patient am hwe was sorry tia the and these people when they start now they call each other almost reference kafo no it will come, it will happen.
Because they see it. They see what is happening.
They see it.
LGBT SME. Papa ka you know. You see, like I've been trying to control myself.
How one can LGBT nti no fa sɛ wogye me ma dwen kyerɛ a me se John Mahama Ghana mamu ya wabasisi e no ne trimopɔ ɛyɛ mienu ɔbɛpɛ baabi de ne ma na gina to ahɛ ase ayi ase ɔkɔ baabi na ɔdɛdɛ ne trum menim sɛ John Mahama mpɔmpa abɔ ne trum ana sɛsɛn ɔnam a ɔdɛdɛ ne trum na ɔkɔ wayɛ mɛ ne mu a wɔ baayɛ no ɔbaa sɛ ɔde so ọba so the sharaf mo baba be sisi so na wapɛ baabi ama ne ma no na afei onde obi wa kwa na owukɔ because sana ne papa ne papa made him a politician na or succeed. See this guy, yeah, if you need the people oh yeah, boxing promoter like send we say Donald Trump na or yeah wrestling promoter say there ben no kakra kra onam ho obinya edom no
reality show
nkofo ha obinya exposure nkofo bepo asemade then ba na dia be wudam or ye ne ba no ama ne ba na be politician onso be ba be didi Ghana for ho sa John Mahama ni ade papa bia I am saying it o hwe ne start na me wi a me question me de bi jam a me busam ne say how many yet on the 7th of January so far o share an appointment in the money na send na usi hu akwa ye me man 0.0 or the saying 0 over 100 we nya hwe 0 oni hwe onya oh entina yete no minim se betimi akwa other topic dia
yeah ohini yenko that topic
Ava unianie we menka na kesi bia John Mahama na ne trumutumu boy ne da ho no ye frɛ no Andrew Solomon obi a wuti ne bia sɛ okɔ internet no so na akɔbɔ Andrew Solomon a mpacha akwa we ne John Mahama etumi bɔ modern ye interview bi some time ago nti o hwɛ ha no a omnet ya sei no one na ye eye den na wo as a president okɔ ye woni nipa na akɔ ye interview bi okɔ ye den in bed with him we na John Mahama wa woro ne namu pabo ne socks black and hye no minim ne ntia photo mi yesem de to ha na etwa so na omoda ho no ma
enye Photoshop
ba cha wo mo nyina na wo ho no obi anim se akwaye trumutumu na saa ne kasamafo na yede nkwala pampers ya bi ne wo matwa nani so ɔte US a Jimmy Nkwa na okeka no no so ɔhye trumutumu fo atare na wɔsan san tale akwa bi anim me ho asɛm antimi amfa na nto amekwa akwa sɛ me hu de ato hanom na maka ho asɛm akyerɛ ma wo kasa na no me hwɛ sɛ me nsa bɛka ne me busa ne sɛ anye bia over senka ekokoye NDC eno hu NPP fo imu bi say NPP fo mpanfo mu bu oman obi pa ni tumutumu ni kura akoye interview wo wie one na se akwa hye tokurum ba bi kura mba che wo mo na wo ho no John Mahama na ne nkofo o da ho no na danfo pa ne nyese bia Photoshop asem ba che na danfo ne Andrew Solomon nti eno na me pese me fa so ka se do you think say John Mahama obetimi atwa obetimi sign LGBTQ+ omo yi ne ho anwan no obetimi sign that bill na me sha ase afiri enu amma ho because obi anadamfo ni trumutumu no do you think say obetimi sign because your video a omo ka say John Mahama bibia no say etimi stop no me boss a video no me hwe say me hu ana mabo a kire mo enti yanko de ho talking point why man say do we are unison to us
me yam crash me ohini me yam crash me just say and someone omuka na omu ba ye di mantle ne momo na aye different story again na because me kai say if I'm not wrong me kai say is Mahama the statement we say e was say ye church ye ma e was school mu concerning this LGBT and no so can say ye nimu say ye chiwade. So what is Ceciano after the akwai say was say ye church it was school because minimum said Harris by that was the statement and na that hono say yen church ye school ma obi anka LGBT asem identity say yes is yes no is no what identity na yesro identity na yesro say betimi aka say there be enye ye culture ama ye nimu say ye say Arab hono no wuntimi nya sa de ye the example and what is preventing us because we are not able to take care of ourselves. We have to go begging. And to the people that we are going to beg, I was say we succumb to your friend say wants. Na ka koye se yetimi gina ye na so a adenti na yentimi enka no. Mahama should be able to say no. I was so Timika said no. Yes, sign bill no because starting here na maybe sir what I said time na Kufuado na buy what parliament na NDC for what na they all they know what is going on. Why are they na say because somebody don't want to be truthful, somebody don't want to come out and say no because or you're chicken he has to go begging. He has to go begging until on to me fana no kotum. So when him say ye tiwa there, adentina oh ade ba kwa mesomenti ase no. Oba even America. Mo pese ye betietia omo ye sa tumu nanim. Mo pese ye be speak against it. So ade na mo de hye ye kon. Ye ya ye say ye mpe no. Ade na mo de hye ye kose by force ye njintumu. But mo to me fan sure omo kon say there be ye njintumu. Ni nyina is because of hypocrisy. Ye ntimi gina ni ye speak it true. Yet me sheni penny me say no. Na de bia was say ye din tro. De bia was say ye dan ye ho. Ade ye ni musa ade we nye no. E was say ye tafre ho. I had to say obatan ya or send ba your friend say babone or tafre no. At the end of the day no be go no ka say ni mu ase. John Mahama say Ghana for akofa na aba. Ghana for ejina na sem so e wo mo hie mu ye be twa we mu ye be yese ni ato aba ma na fe de waba na wo ka different thing. You also go down in history like Kufuado is going, being the liar you are and not being honest. Why can't we be honest and do so? You bet me ya ka say bet me ye to me nya ye to me ye and no na high. And a Ghana for you to me sorry jina near Kasa because ye nyina ya koye partisan NDC jina ha MPP jina ha obi to me kan no current training ya and a de bia na mine quality ohene
Eunice
ohene so say tama ye sha ase na ye kasa no ukoka na MPP work power no ukoka NDC asema ana uko refer omo almost say they are not in power. MPP in the work power. Until you cannot talk about NDC. You have to talk about MPP. And then NDC about power no. Because niyama na MPP ya na yempe. And I say we want a change. Sure. A change, we freedom fighters wanted an independent candidate. And then more to Obama, the same brother, the same sister, NDC. NDC so in summer NDC keka ya kind say when na you can say wo ba LGBT wo betwem ye kai almost say there be MPP te so no adan ni yanka nchiro so muntwem. I have seen NDC people and fake people who were saying they were fighting for the country. NDC for and then who koka NDC asema. Then they are referring you to MPP. Yet, when MPP was in power, no, everything you say, they'll say they are not, NDC is not in power. So don't talk about MPP. The same hypocrisy. And the same hypocrisy. NDC for no. They are even worse. Aside their governance now, it's MPP, no, their mental process and their mindset, no, is as horrible, like worse than MPP for. Ebiani say, okwabnani abejina ho, ebe nenumo akase, ye ma misika, me call baby, meaning say, any ma misika. And so no, obia ono mba mebie na no nkaye no, moti ho, ena mo insinuate say, freedom fighter ni akojisika, meanwhile they are insinuating say, wo fire, akojisika, ewo, yichada ho. Meanwhile, nipa na ono ebie na no kan say wo ye mani sika no mo say da so these things na NDC for ye no sa chumu we papa na wo de to so na o kan say MPP so o ye MPP ni se si NDC for say ono no o ye MPP ni na MPP for na kan say o betwam ade no mo atwam ntwam nti na NDC waba nti so NDC waba na ye catch us betwam a why are you referring to MPP? It doesn't even make sense. This NDC for no, I have realized that tama ye kasa na MPP for ye no MPP for kra ewu enuonyam say NDC for. Then these people they are as like I don't even know, because you were right there when we were calling NPP. You were right there when NPP were doing the wrong things, and you were right beside us and we were calling that. It's in our thing say one know what she nyansa, one know ban you will be different. You can't say mo ye pa, see no. Mo nyepe. But when it comes to NDC, now you can't NDC. Now you are referring to MPP. You are referring to MPP. So John Dramamine, no, he better be different. No, he might as well cancel that. If the Sami Jemfino or no, Jina so change name. Or no draw a yinina of the NDC akache. Or no draw plans nina. And then what edge appointment on LGBT Nassembio. Or to edge appointment on LGBT Nassembio me and Nabaso. So this NDC no and their followers no MPP nye NDC nye na before na ye kasa ni ye kasa oh mahama dear obeye ade krase Akufo-Addo. But as NDC came into power and I'm seeing their behaviors, they are worse. Say MPP 95 NDC 99.9. Jimmy, it doesn't even make sense their behavior anymore.
Over any Bremen.
Mama make a story with story time. Fish be na mugu fish pond. And dakro the fisherman and I said nipa na fish pond here ni dia. O decided to so na fishes ni gum. Our fish pond no. E so no eye that no or so changing no. And be a pipe na e so that na one gum ni na APA. It obi a so ni pie no so no go so pie no. And a fish bako a group of fish because ye wura ya ohwe yesu a yegu ni pon imu ana so de yegu ha ide we yegu do on pese ye bewu nti abiri bia na asesa nsuo no. In fact we good pa ye hia na nka yewu. Group of fishes ni bi na kasa o mo say papa ya ode yegu ha ohwe yesu a o ma ye duane ide o yegu do on pese ye beda nsuo ba ko musanti no mu a na asesa nsuo no. And another fish the same pond in another fish said no. Papa no wicked. Or you wicked say Senka, you were a natural stream, you were natural habitat, you were a natural river, you were a natural stream mua. And we wouldn't wait for him to come and feed us. And we wouldn't wait for him to change any water for us. And we wouldn't, have to sit here for him to come and do what he wants to do for us. Sisi ya watching so we free me. So I'm going from me gumu a ye nyina ebewu. This short story na me kan ye no. Fisherman no onene kwasi buruni. Fish is no omugu nsuo no no ye bibifo a. Ene ya me no ka say ye ni natural habitat biem. However, whatever ways we are living according to kwasi buruni hyehyeye. Me ka be them so. However we are living, our education system, blueprint, 19 whole education system, no, and 1 year, that's what I'm so. Our belief system, the Western belief system, now, Christosum, Muslimism, and 1 year, our food, and Nyanya, ye decry, and name no say 90% of Nyanya, ye consume or ye has say, ye crappy home and a deba. 80. They say you're free and habitat, your natural habitat. And yakogu abrofono fish pond and no money feeding and no mona so free so we are not in our natural habitat. In our natural habitat, we will find our own way to educate ourselves. We will find our own way to worship or to give honor to the Creator. We will find our own ways to grow and eat our organic food. We will find our own ways to live. But right now, we are living all right, but we are not living according to our own way. Say obani ba bema asetena ye chiwade. Yen kini so I mean abofunu semda. Na nei abrofo no magia tum so mobeye. Na yete man mu. Na nei akoba se yesuro se ebe sai se hwe na yanye. The question is dietla. Edi na yete man mu. Yen ye frɛ ho independent whatever country, a sovereign country. Na yete man mu. Na ye norms and your beliefs no. Ye nimpefe say it doesn't make sense. So obeka se me parliament hai. Me hu ani David no na me pe. Chia. David. Aba be do pempetwa. Ade we aba. Ye ntimi nya pani bia ma ne sori fa kokodro nka se ade we die e ya abono. Obi asuru so. Yes,
we have the men. Yes, sorry, we have the men. We have the men.
Story say, right now we are not in our natural habitat. We are in somebody's fish pond. The person is feeding us, and he takes the water at his own time and change the water at his own time. Me no can say, "Omodi politics," but me person that would tell me, I wish me who say, "Any question about politics," but that is Ghana for you. One more position and they are more power. Or politicize this conversation. I can say, Nanado Danko Akufa the bush of Pobi cry to move within open office. A brand here out in the hearing chair American. Tisalome. Engine so de bia to be, de bia gina so de bia to be. And then Kopo will be to move for, and a Caroforiata, and a Gabiot Daku to move, and a Kufa the bush of everybody to open a deba Ghana. And we know who person of the sign. Yeah. Almost soon.
Ade anche ne amwana hye ye moto be ma amwana hye ne moto mu de ne tale yi ho
mate omo sum nyame omo nye nyame somfo eti no mo ntimi ansan no eti mo na motum nyame mo na mo ye nyame somfo mo na mo busuam mu nim mo nya what is preventing you from being bold to tell Ghanaians say no kure ya ba power ya be sign. I know say the bill has expired with the 8th parliament. I know. But that does not stop the president from telling Ghanaians, say, once I'm not to Abamameno, in the 9th parliament, we will apply this bill and I will sign. The president couldn't be emphatic. The president couldn't be bold to tell Ghanaians to say, the previous bill has expired with the 8th parliament. Now we are here with the 9th parliament. I will let my people will put up another bill and I'm going to sign. That's what the president said. The president is rather trying to tell Ghanaians to say, it doesn't matter to sign any bill or to pass any bill, but you have to start teaching our education. We have to start teaching our kids about our family.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
The standard said the end of fire. Why do we arrest armed robbers and put them in prison? We should start teaching people not to steal. So
Thank you. We should start teaching them some more we are there.
There is no need to arrest armed robbers and prosecute them, take them to court and put them to prison. There is no need. That thing school, which is I understand, I agree with that. What about society? These are the people we are talking about in here. Yes, someone any bill be any abomination. No, be uncle practices such. But good. But will be a source of a sign. The reality and the truth is, he who feeds you controls you. One day, economically, you are not independent. You are relying on these international and Western institutions for money. And the facts, and I said, the moment you decide to sign this bill, they will cut every ties in terms of financial support. They will cut ties with you. They won't give you money again. That is it. The Akufo-Addo went to me and signed this bill. And say, Akufo-Addo knows it perfectly. Say, so I sign the bill where see Ghana, you.
But be anywhere.
And Akufo-Addo abusuani bi na ye gay na ye lesbian na say this are trumu ni bi nti na Akufo-Addo sign you. The only reason is Akufo-Addo and John Dramamine mahama, both of them are aware, say this bill, if we sign and it becomes a law and it becomes a crime, the Western institutions which are in support of this act, they will part ways with us, and we are going to be in trouble because they feed us financially. So me mami kasa nya tenteno asempa away and banyansani ti asem nase. Take away politics Don't politicize it. The reality is MPP or NDC cannot sign this bill. Ibrahim Traore, ne Burkina no honom no. Ko hono ko ka kire omo say bill we would reform.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you guys do?
Oh, that's it.
Me no ka say why ne mra kete wo Burkina say say sa niam fita na judge for nya lawyer for the butu omuti no. E twam wo Burkina, e fam butu etibiem. They now put on their traditional cloth. That colloquial and then a cake we no and butu etibiem in Burkina. What some friend
Eunice, Mamika, we Bob Marley. Any lucky debate, they are yira. They will never, they continue to live because these people were both, they put the nail right on the hammer, almost boss was right on the head of the nail. I will say it will be better for you to be a hungry man than to be a worthless slave. It is a community Ghana for one sorry say mema. Na mama comment die na yenya enimonyam. Say mututu papas you. NDC LP before tutu papas no. Mama comment the Ghana for nanka yenimu benyam. We have to be like worthy when we are sitting the biya control you know.
Oh, we don't maybe a question or warfare. What fees say Ghana as Ghana what way? Yanko IMF ayendidi.
And America, we will eat.
Don't we have all the resources, everything? Say Yanko unkofwe wa yebedidi. But politicians, you almost just kind because they want it no more change. And what said Ghana Niminya and Sa and Siasia say, if we don't go borrowing, we have enough resources in our country to feed us. Sa ile biyo mujiji. Any why taxes or mujiji na. Any your resources are omu jihono. In kebetimi yen kobo bosia. But omu koko jibosiano in bulk. Normal beche edi. Enti wo Ghana ni no to na de bia ile via wo utie. Omo de akwaji sika beche edi o. Ena wo utia. Ena omo nye bibi ma wo nto. Enti da ben ena Ghana ni no wo be use adi.
Enti ohini madam anusi on this topic you know. Omo mienu nyina obi antimi sign the bill. O sign ya what sign
the question anka me bebusa no obiya be ya no say John Mahama betimi asa bill say trumutumu no o sign emrade atia na
ohini onari na unim Sam George NDC MP pen Sam George ono na me hwese
Sam George
pressure o di gu akufo ado so no me twa hwese o di sa pressure ni begu Mahama so a o de mata wuchuku me hwade Sam George di krom hat parliament Kasako tu Bible ye dede a ene table na dani aba MP aba power omo de omo nye turumutumu omo ye nyanosomfo omo de omo agi amamre ni amane tu me hwese Sam George mami play ni video bu a ankyere mu tia sama Sam George kan me ba otropo se me dance ni wa brochiri me dance ni no wa haya Sam George na nkasa no mutom me ba me ohene me po edi abro wa
mate
me for the video na bro ohene wo da bi dra say o nka you hu free o so adu nkyere ni say
John Mahama se me de me ma diki aka no wansa ma kyere mu dada afi we akwa we atwa be ne Ghana na tresi mo de na ba abontin o afna bia na e frɛ ne Zara e ka kyerɛ sɛ sa records ni nyina be ka me sɛ na me ka sɛ wo ye adwuma na wo yi akoma ma afi de secret wo nyina beba ono so ne richness ayema na ye ya oba be ye sikani ba sika na botwo John Mahama twema no ono ankasa ne V8 ana odem nye ono obi ade a owo ne fie a otim na if I tell you any gi abaya na beje omunya hu so oyesa ye chi be ma bia ma na wale a wompe John Mahama de na wo yire ne mma wo otina yi ase anka onya adwuma ma Ghana no eno ana ope inima de na she John Mahama kotia no hia no so tu aya no na yeso wo wura Jubilee ho ahwan ho no ma dollars no ne tai bobom tai bom o san no wayi pa ne yeso de ko
na eyemo de na kwala bi epe oxygen na what to live onya akwala bi pe moja na ontena se onya enso na ye disika no ma maiwa na mo so ene ukọ internet na ndc fo jejira ho ka se na mahama no yo pa obeye adwuma na mahama no time na MPP wo ho na adenti na onye ene omo katakata ne so mbe pushi na mana ye adwuma omo katakata na ye saa de we ye de buman ma na ye
me say nipa ne bebre asase so Ghanaian community no esenka me say yeku nipa be 85% from Ghanaian yinum population ma eka enyasafo ketua bi na omo pe entiase ne papa no wo ma ye ka omo asem yi so me say wo ma omo ho ye me mmobo pa ye nuanom ntafo na etu kwan betena kwantu mu no the whole Ghana wo ma ye de omo ye enkoa adwuma ye yusu omo se ponko ase ne ntwi aye de kawa aso na no amani funtamfom munni ahomeje ma brabo ma brabo basa. These people will stand and defend John Mahama say me no ka say hwe appointment ahodo ye wie ne aba ho obi akwa agene de wakasa hwe say apia stadium kwase ampanyi boy jolly jimi ye otufo ko ba bi otumi de ne hwa ne na fu birim kokogina kotokohini ni aboa boy bisa me no ka say yamaneka o hwe mwoye o masa sala didi we afekra na onsa na mo amoka na me say o me hwe edin na me say we kra ho hia enim guasefo hwe enim guasefo mo ho no hwe mo ho mobro no mo ho sere no mo ho enim guase in the name of say we are talking for Ghana e be we na we show true color say na at
the end of the day na nipa eguso obre
kakra na me pay di ntini say menya sa opportunity no ye bayi wo hoyi anamo amone na mo amho afifia mo yam kom bebrebe se bakasa mo mudodo sa na nano atese me NDC fo ni ba be na mo pe omo ne hia so ano odin e ba di atem defend e ba bra be kekam na defend John Mahama no kure ni no kure ntwe ba bi na di ntro udi ntro no wi protect ntro no gbe hwan ne tim e betimi aya ase na me nanka me ma ko ye
no wadwin eye papa e ma Ghana ni nti enya ade a wo be ye
kama kwa jiska mi wie yi o ye to abebe yi kama so nkasa mi ya nanya to ma council nanka metim be din what about nipa dom na egu ase ho no shebe ne ya momo Ghana na wo yi o ye sika doso se ne bibia because ye niam aye wo no betumi am ya yi nso hwe corruption ko atumi ma Ghana yi meka kire and Mahama be enti obetumi anya ani akọ port te se na America na Ivan Satamis koko pie ho na time a wo ye vice president no enkada udi akonwa na obeka se me master di kan akọkire me ho se aha ye wo leakage bi wo hanom a sika enwunu fa ha no metua ne sia
so anya no na ne priority
na akoman me na o ka se nipa da se ni aba sa to boot keke sa to boot yi o nipa bi aba menim se me wasa yi no ha o sika efa to boot won ko ano o se betumi nya emudodo sen o se ho ahwan some thousands ye benya sika ho ahwan yi ewo sa to boot won o se 100 million 100,000 Ghana cedi each and every day 100,000 of about na first o kan wasem me refi tama na mo kan ayi no wasem na ni o to ma ho wasem no ma ho amfa nkyerɛ wo hu enti John Dramamine Mahama na wo no me ka kyerɛ wo da bia oni bibia ma Ghana fo ana onim just to do something different from that party na no matwa to no oh aba na aba betra so no okobesia ba aba na aba besi dan ba kosia we hospital we dan we finish oh we okay mom is got come fancy we finish nyansa ben na afi ye ba betuni Ghana fo na dwen wo ma dwen wo mu mra o ni mra so obi aye no ho kukuti obi aye no ho kesesem ya ban ba the winning party takes everything sisi am no ka say NPP for boost wo mo say wo ma ban na ba everything belongs to them I mean ko han ko say me hu
and the strength of dodo na ebre
ade NDC supporters vandalize EC office to disrupt coalition of Ablekumanov parliamentary resource. Video no honum aya papai ya ko EC office ene wo hono ye ne abanyamba mpacho esi yesesi bibia wo ma metito mo yesa ankrofo wi we sankrofo wi he wahu akora hwe ni tikoto bre ko de hye ne mame achi hwe okwe wanne no okono wanne gu ni mame na chi no okono chimisa yesu ne baba eyejo afa o de video na ba ka to aso na wo se Sam George na me hwese metum dia to mama wa
Yenti wone wafa.
Under MPP administration, ye would Sam George ye ukrumha. Sam George will force John Dramamine Mahama to sign this bill. So yes, sir, we will use his own words and his own actions to prove to Ghanaians for Ghanaians to know, say, he's not a trustworthy person. He's just trying to play the populist approach politics. The populist approach. Take a particular mentality or take a particular agenda and then use that agenda to sell yourself in the Ghanaian political space. That is what Sam George did. If when he succeeded by forcing John Dramamine Mahama to initiate a new bill, Sam George is a parliamentarian. He won his parliamentary seat. So Sam George, the old bill has expired. This is a new parliament, 9th parliament, under the 4th Republic. Sam George, you guys have to you have to lead that to put up a new bill. He should put up a new bill. He should put up a new bill. Anti-1 bill. Sam George should put it up.
I mean, if you get a nod, how far would you hope to push it? The president, your candidate, when he was interviewed on the BBC, he said he would now look into what is in that bill.
That's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed the bill. And he said to them, look, what President Akufo-Addo should have done, instead of rejecting service of the bill, was to have received the bill, stated what his displeasure is with the bill, which is what the Constitution says. The Constitution in Article 1067, President Mahama, in his response to the BBC, was referring to the Constitution of Ghana. Article 1067 says that when he gets to the president, he must within 14 days indicate whether he will sign or not sign. If he chooses not to sign, he then has to bring it back to Parliament and then states in the memo to Parliament the reasons why he's refusing to sign and add the recommendations to remedy those challenges he sees. Otherwise, within the 14 days, he can refer it within 30 days. He can refer it to the Council of State, who have 30 days to give him advice. That's what President Mahama was saying in that BBC interview. He was not saying that he now has to read the bill. President Mahama has read the bill. It's because he's read the bill that he told the clergy that when he becomes president, he will sign the bill, because President Mahama has no problem with anything in the bill. That explanation he was given was basically what the president should have done as a lawyer in line with our constitution, because the president's decision not to have service of the bill on him is unconstitutional and shows you how reckless and irresponsible Akufo-Addo is as a president.
So now we have...
He will become a laughing stock.
Now we have a responsible president. Now we have a president who is not reckless. So Sam George, according to you guys, according to what we've read, the previous bill, or the bill that was put before Akufo-Addo, has expired with the 8th parliament. So now we have a 9th parliament. Sam George, it is your duty or responsibility to protect your credibility, your image, your reputation. Put up a new bill and force the credible and responsible president and a Christian president to sign for us to have peace. Safini, or infinito. Or infinito. We look at that. Wow. Bibi are not politicizing Ukrumasi. Bibi are not politicizing. No more campaign. Every problem that needs to be addressed nationally has eventually become party campaign tool when they are in opposition. Something like unemployment challenge or unemployment as a problem we are facing in this country. Obia oppositioner or the unemployment year campaign about power not to pass. Something like dumso. Obia oppositioner not the dumso year campaign about power not to pass. Corruption as the same. Obia oppositioner not the corruption year campaign about power now this time around we have a team called the Aura team. Mamusafe or Mura site by site, let us hope that there will be something new from the Nazareth. Nase acquire this old thing Nadia. And you never remember to catch a gun and he say, look at Dio, it is before you.
So far, Mamma Sanchez in free war, monsieur. John Mahama Mamu no Pacho or by when you're saying, see on the 7th of December,
7th
right?
January, Minister Kunyaso, and 18th. It's even 11 days in the honestly speaking, I found an appointment, to be honest. Me rating in any way. And me judging in any way. I'm still giving him that time. I feel I was setting the government, and I won't rate him now.
Yeah, say a soldier for hono. Ubi aba man mo baba be. No one na be direct a soldier for. Say come on, money fast, monka na monko say. So beka.
Oh yes.
No, yeah. Uko ejuma na clock in na. Uko ejuma na do time card shema. So what start ejuma?
Baba be clock is I don't know say una wo
Honestly, mama mo that free we no je say I feel na all appointing him for no mo be ejuma.
He had one
point we not 3 years actually.
No,
he
not 3
had
years.
1 whole month.
Not 3 years.
From the 7th
answer na yebesi Donald Trump. Donald Trump 20th na yebe no. And so we started appointing him yeah and say we win no. We started here juma. Aye for this too. But when so nya akwanya no dey koto party.
Meba near your party, Yabre opposition party.
And first time
near your party. I feel a party. I feel Yabre 8 years of this. Yes, I just to
disqualify John Mahama say untumi nya adwuma no.
Sadly.
Anya party ba.
Sadly, Obia na ni abreno Donald Trump. Yes, we win our starting year juma wa friend crofo. Yeah, no, but also the we winning. I'm yes, I great here. The mind on Nasha wonsa. Uba ya party now to Obia we ni abreno no.
Yeah, fucking knife.
Vice President no ni o ne ma ya brem nie. Ono de say Italian tabane de say o fitisha enye ne.
Yeah, mama. Oyene Mr. Yeah, mama. For us, I'm going to so yes, I'm no be.
Yeah,
Mama, so invite your first female vice president. I never na me bompa say enkoba. You know, he shouldn't be a decorative vice president. Say what your vice president keke. She should be.
Ghana for what simple baby fa. Yeah, so any more catch
and my Ghana, young form Omugu Parliament. John Mahama said there's so much responsibility and one is Wakako for Oba. Meanwhile, my mom can be Wafa, ye near brain near Wahano. Ye need time. He had a whole month.
And I make
answer to see a kunyana so. It's ye need Ghana shit. Ghana shit.
Now what Oba ni echikura no. Wo wa ba bia kunya ni biko. Unim se na yesi no. Unim se na yesi na yi. Ye enti wo kopere na unim omo a odi ombe game no. Odi ombe be adwuma no. Unim dada. Ye enkada akwa ne ba ya wogi tum na say oh you maja to medin kugu no. Onkrofo nyina ye ready. Veti mama me can't say nyansanim. O veti ni pa na ide.
You know who dey waste time. Aye ni.
If you can say your time and what is needful. Or baby will hope you my yan twice na ye mu be basic form enche.
Aye ene brema na so far no obra wa ya appointment bebre wo na appointment ne say yentumi form nyina ngugu so se bia wa yiwe wa bobo ni pa bidin wo mo bi ho problem ana.
Or to be honest, me share that and go through microphone tente me ka say me wo bibi ka for bi ho a na me di me share that go through.
Or no ye kremoni a ye ka say betting a haram and as a lot to try haram say you appointing no they say we national lottery one commandos
as and in Islam in Islam in Tibet in Chalutu a haram they say you appointing national lottery authority boss so you offer ceremony that's say we never can
one would idea way and so who said and this will come and defend this to the core you benya just say you benya analysis you benya the reason why I was say yeah this idea we ma and so say yes say MP before and I call appointee obi a bibi sana and ka yeah
Baumia ko sorry them no almost say Baumia and Cremoni, and it is haram say Cremoni, but sorry them. I didn't know sorry them. So you see this people,
That is the thing.
they don't see the wrong things in their camp. They only see the wrong thing in somebody's camp. They don't see the wrong thing in their camp. When they come to their camp, it is okay. It is fine. But when they see
Mami Letitia ka sembi wa ha me de pa or say vice president no your ban or say she should use her position to start pushing for childcare benefits for kids, which is very important. So to increase the growth now. Ghana no Emma Ghana ye adwuma no ebia ne se we ya all year osonia monto ne ba ehye neche. Women contribute a lot to the quota of Ghana. It is a vice president politician say asem o ka me de pa e was so timi pushing for childcare and ko okwa adwuma no de ne ba kwaja na wetimi anya hoɔden na wo de aye adwuma because Ghana no Emma ye adwuma say mema. They contribute a lot to the gross income of Ghana. It's very good. It's
what bay no iron for no see for no
meduma no besino me beda etiefo nyina ase my entenase na ye nye ye ho NDC ni MPP abra na ye kasa se akufo adomambo no enye no munyina mo beji boy small fire women of wisdom men of wisdom enbi fahifa ekosi podwe Sesiano yeba yegosu eka about the country because ye pese enkwalanya baby si ye pese obako wo a onya baby da onya na the comfort place ye pese mema a omoda na ma wo Ghana no omuti minya adwuma ye esanse sika ni omubotom ti mema bebre ada na ma. So we are going to continue ye de ni di echire say ye ka ekufo ado asem ye be ka mahama asem, and we don't want any hypocrite to come and tell us say na John Danado ho na de tina mwanka ye mpesa hypocrisy na muda da nipa no why ye mu Satan mu beka mu fra your friend said sheep a wolf in sheep clothes. Wolf in sheep clothes. Mama be da Ghana for ye ni abre ye pese Ghana for so nye omfa awudie ye baby a ya bedu no nipa hia enti ye kasama Ghana for so ye nipa enti ye pesa wolves in sheep clothes ni bia biom mama ye kasanko ye nim na ye gi omani si o na Ghana ye yi a ye ne ye busua eni ye next generation nyina ebe ye yi enti busua for le da mo asese mo aba ha no mo share ye video no mo like it. We are educating fa wo de ka ho na fa ye de so koka obi de ho na ye nyina ye educate ye ho na Ghana enye ye ma ye twa ni omane abla wo fe.
Yeah.
Ciao, my trouble. Okay. Bye.
Ano kwamo mianka na awodi nipa pina ekwate timu pao amani pampempema wale agu odia sampa spiritual and herbal center awo womo yade se wombe mu wanya basisi a yade beti se stroke gonorrhea anabama wale mre e wampamu low sperm count womo wanu aduro tatahwe ene je sam ne se sabane sunsumu nsema womo tenete se ye sunsumu aware anasa yare bi ne de amawo pampabone anabo ana wanya abai amane court case wo betu charge osisia enam omadwuma panti ni pampempem ena be fo bokofie ekoye sunsumu nyuma edemom samosini ene enzimani ekabom dia sunsumu niema asie betu obi age wokunu anasa woyere awaresem adwuma sam akwantuom nsam ni nyina ayasuma sam fabadan odia sampa spiritual and herbal center obehuyan
New Koforidia ejoso ne konongo infinfin aye Ashanti region. Ehon ma number aye didi jumano aye 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421.
Odia Sampa Spiritual and Herbal Center. Ye be diwa samamount.